everyone, it's Rhonda and welcome to a new video. Today we're just going to be doing a bookish vlog. We're gonna hang out and go to some bookstores. I actually just dropped off my kids at school. So today, August 8th, was the first day of school for my kids. I know, it's crazy because I feel like we start each year earlier and earlier, but the good news is we do get out of school before Memorial Day. But because they're in school, I'm gonna do some things that I wanna do. I cleared my schedule for today, and during the summer when I had the kids home, they never really wanted to go to the bookstore with me. They didn't wanna go to the library. My kids aren't big readers, unfortunately, but I am. So I figured with them being back in school, I will do a Rhonda day. I cleared my schedule and we're gonna go to some bookstores. My plan, I have to drop off some packages at UPS. You're not gonna see that because it's very boring. But I'm gonna go do that, and then we're gonna go to Target, half price books, Barnes & Noble, and then I'll have a little book haul for you guys. That is what we're doing today. I'm super excited to just have some time to myself, have the house to myself, and hang out with you guys. And I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes so that traffic will die down. It's about almost 8:45. So I'm gonna wait about 10 more minutes and then we're gonna head out and go to the bookstores. Okay, I will see you at Target. I'm done with Target, and I hate actually filming in public places with a passion. I get so embarrassed and I'm always worried that people are looking at me. So I did a quick job at Target kind of showing you a little bit around our little book area. So let me show you what I got from Target. First off, I got boring bubble wrap. You don't want to see that. I got Sarah Adams, her new book called The Enemy. This is a re-release of a book that she wrote a few years ago. She was an independent author and then she got picked up by a major publisher, and her publisher is re-releasing some of her older books. And so this is the new re-release for August of hers. But apparently it's an expanded edition, and it is a laugh out loud romance about rekindling old flames and a never before seen chapter. So I'm guessing that this is going to be, oh, it says enemies should never get a second chance, but this one might. So this is Enemies to Lovers, which is one of my favorite. So can't wait to read this. And then the other book I got is It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. I just finished It Ends With Us so that I can see the movie, and that was my first Colleen Hoover book. And this one is the sequel, and to be honest, I'm not doing a review just yet, but I felt like it ended perfectly, and I'm not sure that it needed a sequel, but I'm curious as to what this one's about, because I did enjoy, spoiler, I did enjoy the first book very much. Okay, so it is after 10 o'clock and all the bookstores are open, so I think we're gonna go to Half Price Books next, and then we're gonna go to Barnes & Nobles. Again, I don't need any books, but I did want to get, these two books were on my little short list of books I really wanted to get, because I want to finish Lily's story, and then I wanted to read Sarah Adams' new book, just because I do enjoy her books. They're clean romances. So because it's after 10, we're gonna go to Half Price Books next, and don't need any books, but you know, today is Rhonda Day and I want to go book shopping, so we're going to go book shopping. I'm going to try to keep myself reined in and not go too crazy. All right, so let's head that way. over 2 hours looking at books, which was nice. I never get to do that. Usually if I have my kids with me, they're ready to go after 10 minutes and I've just barely started. So I spent over 2 hours just kind of browsing and looking around, and I told myself I would not go crazy just because I have a ton of books already. And I think I held myself in check pretty well. There were a lot of new special edition books, especially at Barnes & Noble, that I really wanted to get. One of them I've heard good things about. So I think I did pretty good. I don't know how many books I got. We'll count them at the end. But my plan was I was going to go to Half Price Books and then do a book haul. Then I was going to go to Barnes & Noble, and then I was going to do the book haul from there. Well, it didn't work out that way. So we're just going to do one big book haul, which I think y'all are fine with that. I'm going to go through all the books that I got. I'm going to start with Barnes & Noble. No, I'm going to start with Half Price Books. And I have to tell you, if you're ever in the Houston area, drive over to Sugar Land and go to the Half Price Books on Highway 6. They always have a good selection of used books. Some of them are even new releases. I see a ton of Book of the Month books from previous months there all the time. I found special edition books there as well. If you're into the special edition fantasy books, they always have them. They have a great young adult fantasy section. They had all kinds of stuff there. So go check it out if you're ever in the Sugar Land area, Houston area. It's pretty good. Now, my goal when I was shopping for books was to find books to read in the fall. I had plenty of horror, I have plenty of fantasy, I have plenty of thriller mysteries, but I wanted to kind of focus on contemporary romances that have the fall feels. And something that I forgot to tell you earlier that I was looking for were those little cozy mysteries. I really want to read some of those. I've never personally read them. I heard they're real cute, so I did keep my eyes open for those as well. So first we're going to start with Half Price Books, and I'm going to go over all the books that I got from there. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. I did get 2 new releases and 4 used books. Now the first new release is one of my favorite authors, and that's Darcy Coates' new release called Ghost Camera. And this is her new release. It came out, I think, last week that I've been wanting. But it just says they're always watching. When Janine finds an abandoned Polaroid camera, she playfully snaps a photo without a second thought. But there's something wrong with the image. A ghostly figure stands in the background watching her, fixated on her, moving one step closer with every picture she takes. Desperate, Janine shares her secret with her best friend Bree. Together, they realize the camera captures unsettling impressions of the dead. But now the ghosts seem to be following the 2 friends, and with each new photo taken, a terrible danger grows ever clearer. This sounds so creepy and scary. This cover with the blood dripping. This is going to be great for spooky season. I cannot wait to read this book. If you have not read anything from Darcy Coates, she writes thrillers with some ghostly elements to it, and she writes horror, specifically like haunted houses, ghosts. I love those kind of books all the time, but I usually read them a lot in October and September. So if you're looking for a new author that writes those kind of books, definitely check out Darcy Coates. I've read a few of her other books. They're fantastic. I did get... You'll see from Barnes & Noble that I got another one of her books that I haven't read yet. But I can't wait to crack this one open. It's gonna be so good. And then the other new release I got is Murder and Masquerade by Mary Winters. And this is kind of like a cozy Regency romance mystery. I haven't read a whole lot of these before, but I do generally like them. It just says, Countess turned advice columnist Amelia Amesbury finds herself playing the role of sleuth when a night at the theater turns deadly. I just think this is going to be just a fun, cute little mystery, cozy mystery. I love historical romances. I don't know how much of a romance this is going to be, but the fact that there's like a little mystery element, I think I'm going to enjoy this. If you've read this, let me know. I don't know specifically when this book came out. I'm assuming recently, but this is going to be a cute little romantic mystery that I will read this fall. Okay, let's move on to the used books. The first one is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I've read his books before and I do enjoy them. I have some other of his books on my TBR cart that I need to read this fall. But I've heard this one is really, really good. In fact, when I was buying this, the girl that was checking me out said that this was her favorite Grady Hendrix book. So he does write horror books, but he always adds a little bit of dark dark comedy to it, and I love that. Anyway, can't wait to read this one too. Okay. Once I finished looking through the entire store, I went over to their mass paperback section, which I never do. I was looking for the cozy mysteries, and I thought maybe they would be mixed up in there. And I got 3, and look how cute they are. They're so little. They were $3.99. I had 2 that cost $3.99 and 1 that cost $4.99. There's no rhyme or reason why I picked these. They seemed like they were set in fall. They, when I went on Goodreads, they had a decent review. And then the back sounded really cute. So the first one is Peril in Paperback by Kate Carlisle. So I don't know a whole lot about what this is about. God, these words are so small. Okay, so this one just says, rare books and antiquities expert Brooklyn Wainwright is thrilled to be invited to the 50th birthday of her neighbor Susie's Aunt Grace, a retired founder of a major video game corporation. Grace is a larger-than-life character who's turned her Lake Tahoe mansion into a funhouse, full of everything from pinball machines and giant props to secret passages and trapdoors. Brooklyn is most excited to catalog Grace's extensive collection of rare paperback pulp fiction. Part of the fun involves a seance, but after the lights flicker, one guest is dead, poisoned by a cocktail intended for Grace. It seems someone is determined to turn Grace's playful palatial estate into a house of horrors. Brooklyn suspects the key to the killer's identity may lie in the Roman, I don't know, that's French. A Texan speaking French does not work. Anyway, and then it just says Brooklyn is trying to stop a murderer who's through playing around. So, sounds cute and definitely a good little fall cozy mystery. Next up, let me take the sticker off. These stickers are so big on these little books. They cover up the names. Okay, the next one I got is Whiskers and Lies by Sophie Kelly. And look at the kitty cats and the little fall leaves. That's so cute. This just says, librarian Kathleen Paulson is always willing to help a friend, but to save one from a wrongful arrest, she will need magical backup from her affectionate cats. So, sounds cute. And then the next one I got was Brood Awakening by Cleo Coyle. And there were a bunch of these little coffee house mysteries by this author, and I just picked the one that they had that got the most reviews and the highest rating on Goodreads. But I don't know, I guess all of these are set in a coffee house that she works in. But it just says, memories and murder collide when coffee house manager Clara Cosi awakens on a bench in Washington Square Park and has no idea she has been missing for days, or that her friends and family have been frantic with worry. Now that Claire's back, everyone is overjoyed, including a handsome NYPD detective who claims to be her fiance. Ooh, so this is like an amnesia. Cool. But to Mike Quinn's crushing distress, Claire does not remember him or much anything about the last 15 years of her life. So she's got amnesia, and apparently there's a murder, and she's got to clear her name. Sounds cute. So I have 3 cute little cozy mysteries to read this fall. I'm excited about that. And these aren't too terribly long, so I can probably read these within a couple of hours. So these are gonna be fun little cute reads for me to get to. Next up are the books I got from Barnes & Nobles. I did pick up 5 books there, but I did get 3 little, I think one is contemporary women's fiction and then 2 romances. This one caught my eye. This one is called Nice Work, Nora November by Julia London. And this one says, now that Nora is not dead, only one question remains. What does she want to do with her life? So I guess this woman had a near-death experience where she actually did die, and she came back to life, and she has this bucket list of things she wants to do. So her bucket list includes wanting to learn to cook and to be a better older sister to Lacey. She wants to quit her terrible job as a personal injury lawyer at her dad's firm. She wants to bring Grandpa's now neglected garden back to life. And she wants to find the guy she met in a corner store months ago, the one she never called but never stopped thinking about. So it sounds like this is going to have a little bit of romance in it, but I'm guessing this is going to be more like a contemporary women's fiction book. But it sounded really cute. I'm not sure if this is too fallish, but it has the word November in it. Does that count? The next book I got is Wolf Gone Wild by Juliet Cross. This is part of the Stay a Spell series that I've heard a lot about. I haven't read any of it, obviously. I hope this is the first book. I think it is. But, so, I'm assuming this is about a wolf, a werewolf. And it says, unable to shift into his wolf form for 3 months, Mateo Cruz knows all too well his wolf alter ego has taken up residence in his head, taunting him day and night with vividly violent and carnal thoughts. Convinced he's been cursed, he seeks the help of a powerful witch to undo it, before he literally goes insane. Evie Savoy has always obeyed the house rules for her coven. No werewolves. They're known for being moody and volatile, so when a quick-tempered werewolf strolls into the bar and almost strangles one of her late-night customers, she's ready to bounce him. But her heart softens when she sees the desperation in his eyes as he begs for her help. Maybe she can bend the rules just this once. What Evie doesn't know is that Mateo's wolf has a mind of his own. And now that she's in his sights, he wants only one thing, her. So this is a werewolf/witch romance. Sounds like it's probably gonna be a Grumpy Sunshine romance. I'm assuming this is gonna be a little spicy. Anyway, this is gonna be a good one to read. If you've read this, let me know, or if you've read this series, let me know what you thought. I don't know how spicy they are. Hopefully not too spicy. I did not look into it. But if you read any of the books in the series, let me know what your favorite one is. And then the next little fall romance I got is An Enchanting Case of Spirits by Melissa Holtz. And this says, when a 40th birthday celebration leads to a ghostly visitor, 3 friends find themselves navigating surprising mysteries and spiritual hijinks in this clever debut from Melissa Holtz. And it sounds like this is going to be a little cozy romantic mystery. And I was looking on Goodreads. This did not get a great rating, but this includes seances and ghosts, and it sounds like it's something I would be into. So I'm gonna give it a try. And look at this cover, it's super cute. You got the ladies at the little seance table and little ghosts and vines. It's an adorable cover, I love that. So this is gonna be another one to add to my TBR for this fall. And then the last 2 books, I have plenty of fantasy books. I have plenty of horror books and thrillers and mysteries. But of course I bought more. The first one is The Haunting of Blackwood House by Darcy Coates. This is the other Darcy Coates books I was talking about. And this one sounds really good. It says, as the daughter of spiritualists, Mara's childhood was filled with seances and scam mediums. Now she's ready to start over with her fiance, Neil, far away from the superstitions she's learned to loathe. But her past isn't willing to let her go so easily. And neither is Blackwood House. When Mara and Neil purchased the derelict property, they were warned that ever since the murder of its original owner, things have changed. Strange shadows stalk the halls, doors creak open by themselves, voices whisper in the night, and watchful eyes follow her every move. But Mara's convinced she can't possibly be in danger, because ghosts aren't real, are they? So, another ghost story for this fall. It's gonna be a good spooky fall, and I can't wait. If you love reading spooky books, let me know which one is your favorite. I have really enjoyed Darcy Coates before, as I mentioned earlier. So again, you really need to check out her books. And then the last book I picked is a fantasy. It's actually the book of the month fantasy pick at Barnes & Noble this month, and it's called Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. She's the one who wrote Atlas 6, which I haven't read that one. This just says, there is a game that the immortals play. There is only one rule: don't lose. Viola Merrick is a struggling real estate agent and a vampire. But her biggest problem currently is that the house she needs to sell is haunted. The ghost haunting the mansion has been murdered, and until he can solve the mystery of how he died, he refuses to move on. Fox Demora is a medium. And though he is also most definitely a shameless fraud, he isn't entirely without his uses, seeing as he's actually the godson of death. When Viola seeks out Fox to help her with the ghost infestation, he becomes involved in a quest that neither he nor Vi expects or wants. But with the help of an unruly poltergeist, a demonic personal trainer, a sharp-voiced angel, a love-stricken reaper, and a few mindfulness practicing creatures, Vi and Fox soon discover that the difference between a mysterious lost love and the annoying dead body isn't nearly as distinct as they thought. So this just sounds like another just good little fall fantasy, and it has sprayed edges. I love the purple and the green together. I haven't heard anyone talk about this. This is obviously a new release. If you've read this, let me know what you thought about it. So yeah, those are the books I got at Barnes & Noble and Half Price Books. And then again, I stopped at Target this morning and I got It Ends With Us and The Enemy. So these are all the books that I got from Target, Half Price Books, and Barnes & Noble. How many did I get? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Lucky number 13. So I got 13 books. This is gonna keep me pretty busy. Hey, it's Future Rhonda. I'm actually in the middle of editing this video and I realized I never did an outro. I just kind of stopped what I was doing and started putting books up, not realizing I never told you guys bye. So this is Future Me. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed going book shopping with me and just seeing what my Target and my local Barnes & Noble and my local Half Price Books, I hope you got to see what we have over in my neck of the woods. And then in regards to the 13 books that I got, I hope you enjoyed the book haul. And if you can, in the comments, if you've read any of those books, please let me know what you thought. Even if you didn't like it, tell me, because I'm curious as to which one I should read first come September and October. So let me know. All right, thank you all again so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, do all the things. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.